my beautiful YouTube family. It's me again, Brenda, and today I will be doing a Q&A for to get to know me a little bit better. I have been asked a couple of times to do one of these, and I thought I had already, especially whenever I do like my my vlogging when I'm driving from home to work or from my commute from work to home. And I thought I'd, you know, kind of already given the whole spiel about me, but I keep on getting those questions, not questions so much, but requests. It's just that really, when I began this channel, it was more of a hobby because I was kind of sick, and my hobby, my favorite thing to do when I wasn't sick was to go and work out. And I was working out a whole lot, and I was, you know, feeling good with a ton of energy, looking great, everything. I didn't get bedridden, but I was told that I shouldn't be working out, especially not the way that I was, as much because of some medical issues. But I'm okay now. I just haven't gotten back up and into the working out routine that I had before. I have been working out, but just not at all like I used to before. I did a lot of video recording a lot of things with my family and stuff on YouTube, and so I figured, I started watching a couple of YouTube videos, and I was watching some folks that would unbox subscription boxes, and I decided, you know what, I can do that too. I mean, all I have to do is open up my box in front of the camera, and you know, a lot of folks really started liking that. And then what I really liked was that I started getting points on some of my subscription boxes, because a lot of the people that were watching my videos were actually logging on to the subscription boxes, and they were also subscribing. If you refer friends, they give you points. So I was getting a ton of free product, and then I began getting PR product. So a lot of product just started coming in, and I started doing more and more reviews. And I started reviewing online and making videos. It became very, very much, very fun to me. And I like giving away a lot of things, and that's what I was doing. And I do work from home Mondays and Fridays. I only leave my house Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays to go to work. And Saturday and Sundays, I'm just, you know, sitting around the house. I clean, I cook, I do your normal mom, wife things. But then I have a lot of extra free time, and to be honest with you, I'm not super social, so I don't have like many friends that I go visit or friends that come and visit me. And to be honest with you, I really don't like people coming and visiting me unless it's my parents or my, you know, my immediate family, my sister and my nieces. I don't like other folks in my house. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm like that. I've always been like that. So it's kind of my fault too that I stay away from people. So that's when I decided to start doing YouTube as well. And it became so much fun. And like I said, I was getting a lot of product and everything, and I started giving away a lot of things. And that's something that I like to do. I don't like to sell at all. I don't have a selling bone in my body. Like I rather people have things and me give it away than try to sell them something. I don't know why. I pulled up a couple of Q&As so that I can kind of give you a little whiff of what I really am like. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish applying my makeup for today. So the very first question that I have here, and I pulled this up from the YouTube community site. This is where I got this from. And it says, the very first one asks, where did you grow up? Well, if you've been following my channel, you know that I live in Texas. So I was born and raised in Dallas, Texas, and I do live in a city that is still Dallas County called Mesquite, Texas. So my husband and I did buy a house here in Mesquite, Texas, and I did grow up here in Dallas, Texas. I did some of my growing up in Mexico. When I was little, my mom had a very hard time finding someone to babysit me because I was an awful child. I wasn't an awful child. I wasn't afraid of a spanking or a whooping or a beating. So I always tested everyone. And even though they hurt as heck, you know, I always figured either way I'm gonna get a beating today. So, and I'm not saying it was my parents. I'm saying I had babysitters that used to whoop and beat the living daylights out of me. My mom found out, and she would, you know, of course, obviously that's why she didn't get me babysitters or nannies or, you know, daycares or anything here anymore. So she went ahead and sent me to Mexico when I was tiny. She would send me with my aunt, and my aunt would go on vacation, and she would stay out there for a while, like months or years, and I would go with her and I would stay with them over there. And so I grew up over there. So needless to say, when I would come basically visit over here, that was my dad. That is his signature. Anyways, because I had such bad experience with those babysitters, my mom did decide to send me with my aunt to Mexico, and I would go and come. But when I would come, I would just kind of visit here, visit with my parents and stuff. And my parents would go out there to see me too. And you know, so whenever I started school here, whenever I went to school here in the United States, I didn't speak any English at all. And that was why, because I was basically raised speaking only Spanish. Anyway, where did I grow up? So that's where I grew up. Who is your best friend? Like I said, I am really bad with socializing. Like I do not have very many friends. Not because I don't know how to make friends, but because I'm more family centered. I'm more in my house, in my own thing, with my own immediate here in my house family. So I don't have a lot. Like I was always in school, or I was always in school and working, and so the little bit of time that I did have, I would spend all of it with just my family here, my husband and my kids. So I never really made a lot of friends outside of that, because we never really, like, we're not the ones that get invited to birthday parties or, you know, things like that, because we don't really socialize a lot. Not because we're antisocial, but just because of the way that our schedule was. That's the way it always was. Now that I've finished school, I mean, it's still the same way, and I'm not trying to get out there and make friends or anything. I have friends, but not friends that I'll go and visit, and I'll go, you know, once in a blue moon I'll go see them, but not very often. But my best friend, actually, and I have put thought into this, because I've heard a lot of people say that your best friend could not and should not ever be any one of your kids. But my closest person in my life, my two closest people in my life, are my husband and my daughter, my youngest daughter. She spends every waking moment she can with me, and we get really sick if we're not together. Like, if she goes away or if I go away for whatever reason, we both miss each other very much. So I know that she's my best friend. And also my husband is definitely my best friend, and I can say that with all the truth in my heart. He really is. Next question: how tall are you? I was 5'6.5" at one point. I don't know why or how. Now I'm 5'5". Dogs or cats? I love all animals. I really do. But our house animals are two dogs, but they are indoor outdoor dogs. But they spend the night indoor, and they stay out most of the days if the days are nice. So dogs. Right now, dogs. What year were you born? 1979. Are you in or have you gone to college? Yes. I'm telling you, I've gone to school all my life. You would think I would already have like PhDs. But when I first finished high school, I went to school for medical assisting. When I finished medical assisting, I went back to school and I started like community college. So I got an associate's in sciences. Then I went back for full time to get my bachelor's in health promotion and program planning from Texas A&M. And then I went back for my master's in public health, and that's from Grand Canyon University. So right now, my highest degree is my master's in public health from Grand Canyon University. What is your favorite drink? I'm a cheap date, so if we're talking about alcoholic drinks, I don't do alcoholic drinks. If I do drink, it's because I want to tear it up that night. And believe me, I am very cheap because I will get drunk like this. But I don't really like the taste of alcohol at all. So my drink, any other drink, it would be cold green tea or cold regular tea. What is your spirit animal and why? That's my spirit. Okay, I've taken a spirit animal test in the past. I think it was part of like a personality test or something that we had to do once as a team thing at work. And my spirit animals came out to be a crab, so Cancer, and a whale. The crab, it's because I am very attracted to the ocean without any reason. I've always been very, very much attracted to the ocean. Because I'm attracted to the ocean, I know that I'm attracted to being a clear sign. So I'm kind of a delicate person when it comes to like my zodiac sign. It hides my sensitive spirit because it hides my sensitive spirit under a strong shell. In other words, I don't really let people in as much as other folks tend to do. And I think that that's a part of me not having so many friends, I guess, or not wanting to put anyone or have anyone go out of their way to feel bad for me or feel sorry for me, you know? So I think that's why that is. And I do remember reading that Cancer's first, and I'm not a Cancer, like that is not my zodiac sign. I'm just saying Cancer because that's a crab. Crabs are considered Cancer. What I remember that said was that we usually always hide behind our shell from people that we don't know. But if we do open up, we do become best friends with those people, and those are only a few people. And whoever becomes friends with someone that has a spirit animal like a crab, they have a loyal friend, which is true. If I ever have a friend that's a friend, I am loyal to them forever. The whale is because the whale is a spirit animal that has a strong inner voice, and I've always been told that, and I always follow the truth because I'm so in touch with reality. I'm always self-aware and don't get involved in drama. Also, the whale is considered to be the kind that is very strong and falls in love with something forever. And that's not just your husband. This is your kids, your best friends. So you know that you're known to have very strong bonds and emotional ties with those that you love. So, and that's very much me as well. Like I said, it's a little TMI, right? No? Okay. Next question. You're wearing perfume. What scent is it? I always wear the blue from Ralph Lauren. People usually confuse this blue because I don't think they even make the blue that I'm talking about. It's a little square glass bottle that's completely blue, and it's kind of chunky like this, and it's square. That's the one that I use and I love, and it's really difficult for me to find because, like I said, it's not around very much anymore. What are your life goals? My immediate goals, especially for this year, is to be more gentle and to be more patient. Again, going back to that whale sign, I have a really loud inner voice, so I speak what I think, in other words, and sometimes I don't mean to, but I will hurt people's feelings, and I don't try to be harsh. It's just maybe because of that, because I don't hang out with too many people that when I do have to say something, I just say what it is, and you know, if you like it, you like it. If you didn't, you didn't. But I've been trying to work on that. I also been working on being more social. And another one was being more patient. My little one, especially my little one, when she has something to tell me, she kind of jumps and she starts telling me, and she's very dramatic and she's very expressive and very emotional and very loud. And she doesn't mean to be all that. That's just the way, that's just her character. That's just the way she is. That is who she is. And so usually that tends to aggravate me, that I'm like, go away, go away, go away, come back. I can hear what you're saying, basically. And I don't want to be like that anymore. I want her to be able to come to me whenever, with however she wants to express it to me, without her having to change her way. I don't know why I always thought that was just not the way to go. Everybody's different, and I should love her the way she is, and I am learning, and I am really trying this year to make that true. What sports do you play or have you played? Well, in school I was in athletics. I was very much an athlete. Volleyball, basketball, track, kickboxing, flag football, some soccer, but I was never on a soccer team. I played soccer because my daddy was a professional soccer player. And so soccer was always part of our life growing up, because we would see him play. We would go watch him play, and you know, he was always practicing or running or something. And so soccer was always part of us. And so yeah, I know how to handle the ball, but I was never on a team. Have I played soccer games? Yes. But have I ever been on a team where I can say, oh, we won, or we, you know, no, I was never on a team soccer. Now, the other ones, volleyball, basketball, track, kickboxing, flag football, all of those, yes. Those I played, and I played for a long time, and I played in different teams. What is your favorite? And as a matter of fact, because of basketball, I ended up having to have a couple of knee surgeries because I tore my ACL. What are your favorite movies? My favorite movies are love movies, like The Notebook, Titanic, La Bamba, Dirty Dancing, and then some other ones that I tend to watch over again because I do like them is movies like Atlantis. Anyways, those are my favorite kind of movies. Do you speak any other languages, and how well? Well, obviously I speak Spanish. I read and write Spanish as well. Vietnamese, I learned Vietnamese from working in a Vietnamese community. So I do speak a little bit of Vietnamese. It's not a lot. It's enough to be able to answer to a conversation, but it's not enough to where if somebody were to ask me, can you translate for me? I probably wouldn't be able to do that. But I know how to get away with asking how where's your restroom? Oh, this is very pretty, or your child is cute, or thank you, or did you need any help? Things like that, like those shorter. I don't know how to read it or write it. No, never. It's a beautiful language, but no, I don't know how to do those. But I have been told that I have really good Vietnamese accent. And that's, like I said, it was from practicing so much and from listening to it so much that I picked it up, and I really did like it. And I would actually practice it there at work because, like I said, I was working in it was a community that the population was mainly Vietnamese folks. And so, anyways, I thought that was a blessing that I got to do that, because now it's really cool to be able to say, oh, I speak Vietnamese, which not fluent at all though, okay? Remember that. What I would love to learn, and I want to learn this before the end of my days, I want to learn how to sign language. I need to know that. I have to learn how to sign. I've always wanted to learn it, and I have no idea why I haven't done it yet, because usually what I want, I get. That's kind of sounds bad, but it's true. And another one that I want to learn is Latin. I don't know why I want to learn Latin, but that's another language that I really, really badly want to learn. I don't know why, but I've always wanted to learn Latin and Italian. So those three, I want to learn how to sign, I want to learn Latin, and I want to learn Italian. I pick up languages pretty easily. Like, I know a little bit of a couple of words in Dutch. I know how to say, hey, how are you doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I know how to count to 20. Well, it's easy to count to 10, and once you know how to count to 10, you know how to count to 20 to 30 in those in Dutch. Also in Swahili, I know, like, I pick up language is an easy thing for me to learn, or easier than most folks, because when I pick it up, I'm able to harness the tongue, the accent. So so it's easier for me, I would say, than other folks. That's what I noticed. So, I mean, I do know a few others, but not to where I would say I know how to speak it, because no. But I know, like, the numbers, the days of the week, stuff like that, in Swahili, in Dutch. Which one is Croatian? No, Croatian, I only know how to say, like, hi, good morning, goodbye, things like that. But languages are something that I love. It says, are you single or taken? I am married. I'm very much married. I have the best husband in the whole entire world. He is everything I've ever wanted. Anyways, I'm very, 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 very much in love. And I am very well taken care of. So I've been married to my husband for a very, very long time. So we got married very young. And we actually started having a family very young. I had my first 2 kids while I was still in high school. Yes, I was that child. We got married very, very super young. And we didn't stop there because we have 4 kids. So our oldest daughter is actually 22, and she just actually got married 2 weeks ago. So, yes. I'm only 39, you guys. I was born 1979. 39 years old, and my baby's married. How would you describe your fashion sense? It depends on how I feel, but usually it's kind of like a slinky, sexy, comfy, form-fitting, something alluring. Those are some of the words that I would use to describe my wardrobe, because I like things like mini skirts. I like the classic little dresses, the summer dresses, the flirty white. You know, I don't spend a lot of money like on clothing and things like that, because we do have 4 children. You know, to be honest with you, I tend to get secondhand clothing a lot now. Something that I never thought I would ever do. One, for the environment, because I am more environment aware, you know, and another reason, you know, because it helps the bank, and another reason is because my weight goes up and down, up and down, up and down so much that I really finally realized that it was not worth it spending so much money on clothing, because I was spending a ton of money on clothing. I mean, for my tops, I was spending like $70, and I ended up giving all that clothes away because I would lose so much weight and then I would gain it all back. And, you know, I couldn't keep doing that to myself. And so I finally decided to go this way. And so now I save a lot of money. So that's kind of like my style and my go-to. My daughter always, my oldest daughters always tell me that I dress very pretty and very cute to work. And that's how I like. That's what I like. I like wearing heels. I like wearing skirts. More than likely, you'll find me wearing a dress or a skirt than pants or pantsuits. I don't know. That's just me. What is your to-go hairstyle? When I'm not at work or when I'm at home, or when I'm just gonna go shopping, I like wearing messy buns. Not lazy buns. A messy bun is way different than a messy bun is a lot more different than a lazy bun. I call a lazy bun this, because I feel this is a lazy person's way of doing their hair, and which is the way I always used to do it, to be honest with you. Just like this, just like that, which I don't think looks bad at all, but I call this a lazy bun. I don't call this a messy bun. A messy bun, you take a little bit more time to do. Like a messy bun would be something like, my hair's not dry enough to do a messy bun that I like to do when I'm still waiting for it to dry some. But for a messy bun, usually I'll twist some of the, you know, from the front or from the sides. I'll twist some of those, and then I'll pick up all of my hair. And because my hair is curly, I'm able to get away with something like this. I'll wrap it. And see, now it's messy, but it's got volume. And it looks like you put a lot of thought into this. And it doesn't look like you were just a lazy ass. You know, and just put your hair up in a lazy bun. This looks like something that was more thought out. You at least tried to do something with your hair. You just pull a couple of little hairs out. And usually I like to wet some of these little hairs and bring them down like so. And then my little curlies on the side, and then I'll put in my studs or some kind of earring. I'll wear some kind of earring. But that's the difference to me between this and a lazy bun. So my go-to is this. And like I said, I think I'm able to get away with it because I have curly hair. I think it would be a little bit more difficult for someone with straight hair to do it like this. This is the palette I was using. I'm using the new Allure Cosmetics palette for my eyeshadow, which is beautiful. This is gonna be a super long video. How many siblings do you have? My father was married twice before he married my mother. And so I have 2 half sisters from 2 different ex-wives of his. So I have one, her name is Lisa, and she lives in Michigan. I have another one, her name is Dana, and she lives in Colorado. And then I have a sister. So I have three siblings. I mean, that I grew up with is my sister here. And I'm the youngest out of all of them. What is your go-to fast food order? That'd have to be the Southwest grilled chicken salad from Jack. And do you use PC or Mac? I use Mac. If I'm using my computer from work, if I'm working like at my work computers, it's a PC, but all of our computers here at our house are Macs. Your most memorable vacation memory. This was just this past year. It was our Miami vacation, which, OMG, if I could pull some pictures, I will insert them now. Do you have bad habits? Yes, I have really bad habits. And that is one of the reasons why I wear so much makeup, I think. So I haven't had this, I've been really working on it. I haven't done it in a while. But I pick at my face a lot. So, and because I do have really bad skin due to medication that I have to take, and I am that girl that monthly I get signs that time is coming, and I get them with big, ginormous, disgusting, a big mountain right here. Like last month, it was disgusting. And I can't film on those days. That's another reason why I was completely gone from YouTube for an entire week. And I even took vacation from work because I am very vain. I know I am. And my face was disgusting. And I started breaking out with those really nasty, painful cysts that you never see a head. They're just there and they're hurting and it's painful and it's hot, and it gave me headaches because it wasn't just one, it was several on my face, and you can kind of see the scarring now. And you know, so the entire week I went without wearing any makeup or anything, or using any creams or anything at all. I just I ended up having to see the doctor so that he can give me something. The pain, because the pain was really bad. The ones from here ended up starting to hurt my ear. So anyways, disgusting, but TMI. But I'm giving you guys this information so you can get to know me. That is one. And the next one is that if I don't have acrylic nails, I will bite my nails. So very pretty, right? Yeah, super sexy. Who was your childhood best friend? So my childhood best friend was this little boy, the cutest little boy with blue eyes, with red, burning red fire, red hair, red lashes that were so red and blonde that sometimes you couldn't even see that he had lashes, and red freckles. His name was Danny. So he was my best friend growing up. And then I met Mariana. So Mariana was my second best friend growing up. So they were both kind of my best friend growing up. My dream job as a kid, I wanted to be a pediatrician. I always dreamed of working with children, and that really is my career now. I'm not a pediatrician, no, but I do work with children. I prefer working with children than with adults any day of the week. Tell us something that nobody else may know about yourself. I don't ever have to wear deodorant. I don't know why, but is anybody else like that? It's I didn't even know that until I became a grown-up. Like growing up, my mom and my dad, you know, always made sure that my sister and I were very well kept, and so we always did, you know, after showering, brushing your teeth, putting lotion on and everything, they would make sure that we always would wear deodorant, or you know. And there's been times where, I mean, it's kind of TMI, but there's been months that I won't wear any deodorant at all, and I always smell really good. I don't know why. My husband, my daughter, my kids, they always tell me the same thing. So I put it on sometimes just because, for instance, like the antiperspirant, but I don't sweat in my armpits. Even if it's nasty hot outside, like my armpits don't sweat. But I'll put it on just because I'll wear like a short, like something like this, short sleeve or something. But I mean, I really never need to. Like, I have smelled people's armpits, so I know what armpit stink smells like. But yeah. Anyways, is that too much information? Okay, so that's maybe something nobody knew. What else? Okay, something gross about me that probably people don't know is I love watching pimple popping videos. I'm telling y'all, I have issues. Okay, I think I am revealing a little too much about myself, y'all. Does anybody else like pimple popping videos, or are y'all grossed out by them? Because I know some people are like really grossed out by them. I think that's it. This is supposed to be a purple eyeliner. It does not look purple. It looks black. Oh yeah, it looks... No, it doesn't. It looks black. I think that's it, guys. So if there's any questions that you might have for me that I have not asked and answered, maybe leave those down below in the comments down below. I know this video is kind of long. wanted to give you some information about myself so that you can know a little bit more about me and how I am and how I roll. I love to cook. I can cook all day, every day. I don't like the kitchen cleaning up afterwards though. My favorite chore is to wash, fold, and wash, dry, and fold clothing. If anybody ever has a favorite chore, that would be my favorite chore. I don't know what else to tell you. Well, leave some comments down below if this was TMI, or if you liked it, or if you have any extra questions for me that I might answer. I would like to get to know some of you, so if you have any information that you'd like to share it down below. Our family is growing. Oh my gosh, and by the way, have y'all seen how many subscribers I have? Like, I think I have gotten so many more subscribers now that I'm not putting up videos like this entire week than I had even before. So that's kind of weird. that is really weird, because I figured if anything I was gonna lose people because I wasn't posting, but no, it's been actually the opposite. So thank you all very much for all the new folks there. You're getting to know me now for sure with this video, with this questions and answers video. So that's all for today. If you haven't subscribed to this channel and you're interested in unboxings, beauty related items, and reviews, please go ahead and subscribe. Hit that little bell if you'd like to be notified every time I post a video, and share this video with someone you think might enjoy it, and like if you like this video. And guys, that's all for today. I will see you on my next video. Bye guys.